On average, U.S. adults score on par with the international average in literacy, but below the international average for numeracy and for digital problem-solving skills. This according to the latest data from a study of workforce skills by the National Center for Education Statistics. The Program for the International Assessment of Adult Competencies, or PIAAC, analyzes the cognitive and workforce skills necessary for social and economic participation in an advanced economy. The results from more than 20 countries, including the U.S., offer a far more complete picture of what economists call human capital than has ever been available to policymakers. PIAAC was designed to measure adult literacy and numeracy, as well as digital problem-solving skills, a category that includes using technology to find information, communicate with others, and to perform practical tasks. While the U.S. average score in literacy was not measurably different from the PIAAC international average score, the U.S. did have a higher percentage of adults scoring at both the top and bottom levels of performance than the PIAAC international average. By contrast, American skills in numeracy and digital problem-solving are decidedly weaker. In numeracy and digital problem-solving, the U.S. had a smaller percentage of adults at the top level and a larger percentage at the bottom levels compared to the international averages. Here's a sample assessment question to show what low numeracy skills mean in everyday life. Test takers were presented with 4 supermarket price tags. Each tag displayed details such as the product's name, price, weight, and the date the product was packed. They were asked which product was packed first. 10% of Americans could not correctly answer this type of question, which is below level 1 in numeracy. In numeracy, only France, Italy, and Spain had lower average scores than the U.S. Average numeracy scores for Ireland and Poland were not measurably different from the U.S. average. In digital problem-solving, the U.S. average score was not measurably different from the score for Poland, and no participating country scored lower than the U.S. average. The new report also takes a deeper look at the skill levels of 3 important groups in the U.S. population: the unemployed, aged 16 to 65, young adults, aged 16 to 34, and older adults, aged 66 to 74. Skills are strongly associated with employment and earnings. Employed adults scored higher than adults who were unemployed or out of the labor force in literacy, numeracy, and digital problem solving. More than 75% of U.S. unemployed adults had a high school diploma or less education, and about half of these adults performed at the bottom proficiency levels in numeracy. Nearly 3/4 of unemployed Americans score at the lowest proficiency levels for digital problem-solving skills. For young adults, higher education is strongly associated with higher skill levels. In general, the higher the level of education completed, the larger the percentages of young adults at the top proficiency levels, and the smaller the percentages at the bottom. The results for older adults in the U.S. suggest a relationship between health status and skill level. A larger percentage of older adults who reported only fair health performed at the bottom levels of literacy than those who reported good, very good, or even excellent health. Visit the PIAAC website to read the full report and learn more about the skill levels of U.S. adults.